Please welcome the co-writers, producers, and directors of Apple TV's upcoming original film Mayday. It's John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. Make them feel welcome, Comic-Con. Your film is super funny. I've been privileged enough to see this. Congratulations on Mayday, guys. What's the inspiration behind this one? Where does Mayday begin?
Well, it began with the idea of making a sort of a comedic version of the movie Misery, if you can imagine such a thing. He sees it. And then on top of that, we were inspired by the sort of buddy action comedies of the 80s and 90s that we loved as kids, things like Midnight Run and Silver Streak and 48 Hours, where you combine together two very unlikely actors in a pair and let the fun begin.
Well, I'm not sure who came up with the pairing of Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh, of all people, but 5 stars. Amazing. Brilliant idea.
Yeah, thank you.
They
are quite a dichotomy of performers, and it's sort of thematic, too, in that they both represent these characters from 2 different worlds that are suddenly kind of thrust together and forced to sort of overcome these preconceptions that they have about the other, you know. They were both kind of born into thinking that the other person came from an evil empire, and it's really about just stripping those layers away and finding the humanity inside of each of them.
And I also think it's going to be an opportunity for people to see a different side of these actors. You haven't seen Ken Branagh, the action star, until you've seen Mayday, and I think he's going to start getting a lot of offers that, you know, usually go to Jason Statham. And
yeah, watch out, Jason, right? I mean, you guys obviously are masters at genre bending throughout, and it's kind of fun also, like, given their backgrounds, to think about this. Like, Ryan is obviously as good an improviser as there is in the business, and then you have Kenneth, who's like Shakespearean trained. I'm just curious, like, how you found a balance on set with their different approaches, or how did it mesh?
Yeah, Kenneth spoke purely in iambic pentameter, which was difficult for us to take him out of, but no, I mean, they despite the fact that they both come from very different levels of sort of experience and genres, they really found the groove in terms of their dynamic, and as you'll see with the film, their chemistry is pretty palpable.
But one of our favorite things to do is to cast great dramatic actors. An example was Jesse Plemons in the movie Game Night. Give it up for Jesse.
Oh, iconic performance in that film. Right. Obsessed still.
It's amazing.
But what we told him, and what he understood and what Ken also understood in making this movie, is we're not asking you to come and become a comedian. Just commit to the role. Do what you would do if it was a drama.
Yeah, the more serious he plays it, the funnier it is.
Totally. You didn't think we were just going to show you a trailer. We have something special for the audience here in Hall H. Of course, this is just for you guys in Hall H because we love you so much. Here it is, an extended clip from Mayday. Check it out. It's always a good sign when they start cheering before the clip is done. They're psyched. Congratulations, guys. Also, Maria Bakalova, always love her.
She's incredible.
Fantastic. Having seen the film, I know there's a lot of Top Gun in there. There's like, how many times have you guys watched Top Gun? How much of an influence was that on this film?
Once or twice.
Once or twice.
But, you know, I think part of the intention here, as we approach every movie we do, is to surprise the audience and subvert expectations, to take, you know, that sort of 80s rah-rah, heroic fighter pilot icon and turn it on its head a little bit.
We mentioned Top Gun, Midnight Run. Any other 80s films, nostalgia, that served as inspirations for this one?
You know, there's a little Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because they do take all of those things to get to where they need to be. And Misery, which technically is 1990, but close enough.
I see some Spies Like Us in there. Yeah. Loved Spies Like Us growing up. Look, it's obviously not your traditional spy thriller. Were there any like action tropes that you enjoyed kind of flipping on their heads in this one?
Yeah, I mean, look, with every movie that we try to do, we take the road that people think they're going down and turn it in a completely different direction, and the same applies here. But what was great and a trope that we did lean into was a lot of the sort of practical effects that we were able to do, especially in the third act of the film, where we were driving an ICBM launcher through the streets of Hungary.
With another day at the office. Yeah.
With 2,000 crew and extras, and
12 Soviet tanks. I mean, we had a lot of stuff out there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're on a lot of lists now, probably.
Amazing. It's all for a good cause. Congratulations, guys. Give it up one more time for these great filmmakers. I love their work.
Thank you, guys.
John Francis Daly, Jonathan Goldstein, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. We're an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.